Coalition. We are at Urban Greens in Olneyville in downtown Providence. Fortunate enough again to spend some quality time with Senator Jack Reed. Senator Reed, of course, is the chair of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Last week, Senator Reed, as an outgrowth of the United Nations General Assembly, an urgent panel was brought together under the auspices of Secretary of State Blinken to discuss the security situation in Haiti. At that time, it was advanced that there might be some type of cooperative arrangement, perhaps under the guise of the nation of Kenya. I guess we would call it a peacekeeping operation in a sense, but it's more like an internal security operation. This morning in Nairobi, Secretary of Defense Austin signed that agreement into place. Our first reach out to the Haitian community that we covered carefully is not a great deal of enthusiasm for that. They're looking more for administrative support for the police. There seems to be, at least at the beginning, some frustration with a potential presence. We won't call it an occupation, but a presence of foreign troops. Do you have any thoughts on this yet, or?
Well, it's encouraging that, first of all, Secretary of Defense, Austin, was traveling to Kenya, and the President of Kenya has committed to provide troops to support a peacekeeping operation. I think one of the problems in Haiti today is that the local police are not effective controlling violence, and that to assume they could do that is, I think, not accurate. So what we'd like to do is put in an international force to begin not only to police the streets, but also to train the military. The other issue is the status of the president. He took over almost on his own volition after the elected president was assassinated.
Right.
So we have to get to a new set of elections, and that's one of the objectives of the peacekeeping force. They would able to stabilize the country and allow free and good elections to take place. And at that point, I think we'd be in a much better position to use internal Haitian resources for civil control.
You know, the age-old question in any situation like this is, will there be American boots on the ground, advisors, active duty military? Any thoughts?
I don't think there'll be a significant commitment of American military personnel because the Kenyan forces are well-trained. They've been assisting us in Somalia for decades. They understand the mission. They've done it before internationally. We could be there as advisors, but a significant commitment of American forces, no.
And then just last question, if you could reflect on the Kenyan presence. I mean, my understanding, please correct me if I'm wrong, Boko Haram and organizations like that have felt the wrath, or at least the training from Kenya. What roles have they played internationally?
Kenya has been very supportive of the African Union. Their forces have been deployed in Somalia to help the Somalis defend themselves from all of these terrorist groups. And the Kenyan forces have been very reliable. We've worked with them, and I think they could be and will be an effective force in Haiti.
Thank you very much, Senator.
Thank you. Thank you.